All right, people, we're back. I think I went live for a minute to test it out, and somebody gave me a comment just before I clicked off. So I apologize. I'm back. If you need to ask me any kind of questions, I'm here. Um, one thing I will say for anybody listening or anybody that's going to be listening is that I'm at 2,994 subscribers, which is just unbelievable. I'm so freaking close to 3,000. It's just unbelievable. And I just recently lost um, my external hard drive, which had tons of footage of different things on it that would enable me to create various um, videos. And so now I'm kind of left SOL, if you know what I'm saying. And so what I'm trying to do is find ways to create videos that are not just me writing, right? It takes time, got to go out and shoot it, got to come back and edit it. So I'm thinking of doing live streams like this. And I'm just trying to figure out how it works, if anybody's going to join, if anybody's going to ask me questions, so forth and so on. So um, I'm going to just put in here just checking out live stream functionality. If you're free, I'm here to answer some. Isn't it funny when you type and you speak at the same time? So we'll see if anybody joins. Yes, I have a throat clearing problem. If you've watched my channel for a long time, you know that. And it's called post nasal drip. And I take medicine for it, but there's only so much I can do. I see somebody joined, but I guess if you don't ask a question, then I'm just left having to just ramble, which is fine. I always have something to talk about, you know. But I guess I'm wondering from anybody that can hear me and see me, how's the quality of the audio and the visual? You know, is it first of all the audio? Is this sound good? I'm wearing a Jabra headset, and supposedly it's pretty good quality. It's supposed to block out any extraneous noises. So if you were to hear my dogs barking, that would mean it's not working. But I'm assuming you can't hear anything. My dog just barked. Did you hear that? And what else? The visual. You know, it's like it's not the best quality. It doesn't have the best lighting, but perhaps I just get a light. I don't know if I need like a professional quality. Excuse me, a professional quality. Um, what do you call it? Webcam. Do I? I just got a new video. What is it? New computer. This is a Lenovo, and it's a really good quality computer. And I think the webcam's good enough. You know. So, any thoughts? Any comments? Any feedback on the audio visual quality right here? I mean, it's not stunning. I get that. It's not amazing, but is it good enough? Is it good enough? Just let me know. Um, so yeah, any comments, any thoughts? I'd love it if you could just my dogs are barking right now. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Like that's a good question for you guys. Um, just looking for any kind of feedback if possible. This is just a quick impromptu. Um, just considering getting into live streaming and just seeing what it's all about. All about, you know. So I see that 4 of you are there. Can you just give me a quick hi in the comments just so I know, or now there's 5 of you, just so I know that people are really there and it's not just fake? I'd be grateful. Anyone? Okay. The audio is a little robotic. I can hear the dogs. Video's okay. Okay. You can't hear the dogs. Video's okay. Audio is a little robotic. Huh. I appreciate the feedback. Wolf Kool-Aid. So maybe I do need a webcam with like dual microphones. Interesting. I appreciate that feedback. You said the video's okay. Obviously, I need some better lighting. Better lighting would help, right? I mean, you can't really see me that clearly, can you? I mean, is there like darkness on any parts of my face? Appreciate the feedback there. And anybody else? Anybody else comment on the audio or video quality? Yeah. It's cool that you can see yourself. Like I can see myself and I can tell like if I'm in frame, out of frame, you know. It seems like pretty good quality. Sorry, I can't hear myself. You can see me clearly. That's cool. Thank you. Hey, while I'm here, got any questions for me? Anything I can answer for you? I've now ridden 59 electric bikes. I've reviewed over 20. I've owned 17. And yeah, I feel like I know a lot about electric bikes now. So I'm always happy to help. People comment and ask me questions on my YouTube channel all the time. Perhaps you have. I do kind of recognize your name. Um, any questions for me? You know, just let me know. Anybody else? I see people are coming in and leaving. That's fine. Uh, if you're just jumping in, I'm just checking this out, checking out the functionality, and got some feedback from Wolf Kool-Aid. Cool name, cool dog. Um, Anybody have any questions for me? I'd love to answer a question or two. Give me something to talk about, you know? um, I haven't ridden in a little bit. And so, um, how much do you ride a week? Well, I tell you, I used to ride, let's say 6 months ago, every other day. Um, but just to be transparent, my mom had a stroke about 7 weeks ago. And it's just derailed everything, you know. I'm having to go down to San Diego and see her all the time. I'm having to help schedule doctor's appointments. She had to stay over here. There's just a lot going on, you know. So I'm not riding as much, but I do have, electric bikes coming in all the time and reviewing them. And I just had a Rad Bikes, Rad Rover 6 Plus and the Rad City 5 Plus, and I just got a Ride One Up Core 5. And so for the videos at the very least, and for doing reviews, I'm definitely riding. But I wish I was riding more, you know? It's kind of breaking my heart. LA Skate has coming up tomorrow a dirt ride in Encino, which is like 45 minutes from me, and I'd love to ride it, but I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it, you know? Family commitments, you know? What's the most important thing I look for in an e-bike? Um, I'm trying to answer it from a perspective of a general person, not just myself. Um, to me, the two most important things are the battery. I would never in a million years get a bike that has less than 15 amp hours battery, 48 volt, 15 amp hours. I like to look for bikes with 52 volt. I just purchased what's it called? There's a bike I just purchased from Juiced Bikes, e-bikes, and it's what is it called? The Rip Racer, and it's a BMX looking bike with let's see, it's a BMX looking bike that's really small, has a 52 volt battery, and that's just an example of how I won't. It's called the Rip Racer. Yeah, it's a $1,400 BMX looking e-bike, and it's got a 52 volt battery. Like that just shows you that's where the industry's going. Everything is going to start to have 52 volts. I would never buy a bike with less than 52 volt moving forward, and has to have at least 15 amp hours. You know, that's going to give me at least 20, 25 miles. I like bikes that have 20 amp hours or more. And then the second thing I look for in an e-bike is the motor. You know, I mean, you have a lot of these bikes, the whole juiced line, or excuse me, the whole Rad Power Bikes line has 500-watt motors. You know, they claim to have 750, they're really 500. That's just too small. You know, you don't have enough power. You don't have enough power to get up to top speed. You don't have enough power on torque to get up hills. So to me, you got to have at least a 750 watt. Um, that little Rip Racer that I'm looking at that I bought, I'm just waiting for it to come. 52 volt, 750 watt, and it's only like 40 pounds. That thing's gonna rip, you know. So gotta have at least 750 watt. I like bikes that have upwards of 1,000 plus. I just think that's where the industry's going, you know. So that, and then for me, like the third thing would be suspension. Granted, that little Rip Racer doesn't have suspension, but every other bike I've ever had, except for my Luna folding bike, has had at least front suspension, with hardtail, meaning no suspension in the back. Gotta have suspension. I mean, dude, Jesus. I rode a Super 73 S2 the other day, and my ass was killing me, you know? No suspension in the back. I have a Super 73R. You can ride that over, anything you want, and you're comfortable, you know? So, gotta have suspension. That's another huge thing. Anybody else? I see 5 of you on right now. This is just a little impromptu. 6 of you are on right now. I appreciate you joining. And I'd be grateful if you could give me a little feedback like Wolf Kool-Aid did on video audio quality. Okay, so too smart. I like that. It's kind of like shart, but with an M. Um, is do 48 volt riders struggle on group rides? It really comes down to the amp hours. So if you have a big 52 volt, a big 48 volt battery, if you have a 15 amp hour or less, yeah, you're going to struggle to keep up and you're probably going to die. Yeah, because most of those rides I go on are like 30, 35 miles and we go like 30 miles an hour. So you're going to be really wringing the motor's neck and then really taxing the battery. Got to have at least, I would think, 17, 18 amp hours or you're going to just get left behind. There are a number of people that rode one of the standard LAE skate rides for hi, real estate student, by the way. Rode for maybe 20 miles, and then their bike died, and they had to They had to ride their bike back manually because they couldn't go the rest of the ride. So, um, there are a lot of people that ride like electric bikes, and they have small little, maybe let's say 10 or 12 amp hour battery, but they put another one in their backpack. So that's a way around that. So I wouldn't go on a group ride unless you have a pretty decent battery, you know. So too smart and real estate student. How does the audio sound? Wolf Kool-Aid sound. It says it sounds a little robotic. And how does the um, video look? I would like you to do some digging into what happened to LA Eastgate and the members in LA PEV community. I've seen some crossover. I'm not going to mention names, but there was somebody who was really seminal in LA Eastgate back when, and he, I think, founded LAPEV. So I don't know if there was like some fallout. I can't imagine. Sawyer Reynolds is the guy who runs LA Eastgate, and he's just like the coolest, easygoing guy in America. And anybody that comes to join, he comes and says hello, like, full on conversation hello. I can't imagine anybody had a problem with him. So I can't imagine anybody has a problem with LA Eastgate. I think maybe it's just they weren't excited about the number of e-bikes because LA Eastgate really was an Eastgate group. And you go on rides now and there's like 50 riders and 2 skateboards, 1 electric unicycle, and everybody else is on an e-bike. So I think LA PEV is probably more, it was founded, it looked like, for e-skating. But I keep looking at the videos of those rides and they're all e-bikes too. So I don't know. That's kind of what I thought maybe might have happened. And I've seen some other people kind of flow between the two. I've seen them in a video for LAPEV, and then I've seen them on the LAE skate ride. So anyway, any big group rides in Santa Clarita area? There's a group on Facebook. A buddy of mine, Dylan Howery, he runs it. I think it's Santa Clarita Riders, E-Riders or something. So look at that. Okay. Hi, Prince Ojeds. Ojeds. I don't know. Happy Friday to you too, by the way. Audio's a little choppy. Video's fine. Let me see. Tell me if this is better. All right. Okay, that didn't work. Let's see. Okay. So apparently, I do need. You can hear me now. I'm assuming you can hear me now, right? Now you can hear me. Hello, Bueller, Bueller. Anyone? Anyone? I'm assuming you hear me now, right? Anybody with a thumbs up? Okay, good. So yeah, I guess I do need some equipment. I'm looking at maybe getting a webcam with built-in microphones. That'll sound really good. But I guess for now I need to wear this. Anyway, um, anybody else? Do I still have the Cab Recon? What are your thoughts on the bike and the company? Thanks. So I've ridden the Cab Recon, I've ridden the Cab Falcon, and I own the Eagle. So the Falcon, the Eagle, the Recon, best bikes bar none in the industry, including Stealth, including Sarons, including maybe not Cake, but Cake isn't really an e-bike, is it? It's an electric motorcycle. So yeah, there's just no question. I've ridden 59 electric bikes now, anything you could think of, and the Cab Motorworks bikes blow anything else away. And everybody that I know that rides them, um, Chris Shawver, for example, Shawver Films, Shreddy McSkate, for example. Those are two other YouTubers. They just rode it this past week and they're blown away. They used expletives to explain how great the bike was. My Cab Eagle. So that, and then Chris, the guy who runs it, great guy. The guy in LA that actually services local bikes and makes the local bikes, Corbin. Um, he's freaking amazing. The guy like came out here. I got a wreck on my bike and I ruined my tire or my seat, and he actually drove out here and gave me a new seat, a better seat. Right? They're amazing. It's one of the greatest companies. It's just a couple guys. That's why they're kind of backed up and sometimes takes a little while to get a bike, but they're just amazing. And the bikes are just off the chart. Just by far the best bikes in the industry, in my opinion. Yes, they're expensive. The Falcon, which is like a 3,000 watt motor, 5,000 peak, is like 5,500. My Eagle is a 7,000 watt motor, 10,000 peak. It's like 7,000. And the Recon is about 15,000 watt motor, 20,000 peak, which is about 10,000. So, but they're worth it. Trust me. Anybody else? I'm appreciating the thumbs up. I'm appreciating the people joining. This is just a quick impromptu. Derm Harse says poopy stinky. And DR, I appreciate you joining. Uh, can a DIY ever compete with a high quality e-bike as far as comfort and performance? DR, I'll get to you in a second. Real estate student. A lot of people try. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of questions, so just hold tight. I will get back. I will get to them. Can a DIY ever compete as far as comfort and performance? Probably, as far as speed and as far as range. But as far as the nuances of the torque, the smoothness and the acceleration from 0 to 50, whatever it is, um, the a Cab Motorworks, for example, has an app that has like 250 metrics or adjustments they can make to the controller, the battery, the motor, and the bike is just so dialed in. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just so smooth, so torquey, so just amazing, you know. But yeah, you could easily buy all the components. I mean, if you go out and buy a Saron, for example, or a Segway X160, and you put on, you know, DNM shocks, you put on Magura brakes, you put on a BAC 4000 controller, you know, you put on the right tires, you've got a Cab Motorworks, right? Bike, but it's not going to be as dialed in, but it's still going to have the same capabilities, speed, and all that. So yeah, you could, but you know, comfort really just comes down to the seat, the shocks, etc. So yeah, you could definitely do it. I just would advise buying something from like a Cab Motorworks. It's just so much more dialed in. Um, I thought the DNM parts were not the greatest. I mean, some of the best bikes you can get have DNM shocks, so I would argue that they are pretty damn good. And I've got them on my Cab Motorworks Eagle, and they're just unbelievable. I have a 13 watt stealth clone, same frame as a Cab Eagle. I'm spoiled with the torque power. Hard to ride my buddy's electric with a smile on it. Yeah, I totally agree. Once you, it's like cable. For those that are old enough to remember dial up, it's like when we had dial up, and then you got the touch. or experience cable internet. It's like you never wanted to go back. So yeah, once you touch a bike with north of 5,000 watts, whether it be a Saron or like a Stealth or a Stealth clone, or what I have, it's hard to go back to anything else. It's just the torque and the power is just off the charts. Um, Anybody else? Any other thoughts, questions, comments? Do you guys think the video quality is good enough, or do I need to have um, lighting and all that? Wolf Kool-Aid. I heard Sawyer kicked out a lot of the original people. I know he's a nice guy. That's why you shouldn't do a video. That's why you should do a video of what happened. You know what? Sawyer's a friend of mine. I've gotten to know him. I like him a lot. Really great guy. um, if there is any dirty laundry, I don't want to be the one to air it. I mean, so I probably would never say anything. It's probably interesting to you all, what happened to LA Eastgate maybe, but what happened to LA Eastgate? Nothing. There's a sister, or not a sister, a similar group, LA PEV, that's coming about. But LA Eastgate still has 50 people on a ride. DR, can the recon be adjusted to go faster? It can't be adjusted to go top speed faster. I think it goes 70. I think the Eagle goes 50, and then the Falcon goes like 40. I don't think the top speed can be adjusted, but the torque can. Right out of the gate, they give you like 150 amps of torque. I had mine adjusted to 175, my Eagle, and the torque now is just unbelievable. So they can adjust the torque. So speed from 0 to 6 to the top speed, but not top speed. Maybe a light on your left would help. Is this my left? Yeah, over here. Yeah, I agree. That's because there's no window. But yeah, okay. Video looks great in the daylight. Cool, thank you. Any collabs with other YouTubers coming? I was raised in the LA area. Love watching the videos. You saw my review of the Chris Shaver Films, his original Kickstarter version of his Super 73. I also shot some other footage of me and Shaver and Shreddy McSkate riding around, having a good time. Shreddy McSkate and I kind of got lost, and we were trying to find our way back to Chris's. But everything I had was on my external hard drive, and it's gone. It doesn't work anymore. I don't know what the heck happened. I took it to the Geek Squad at Best Buy, and they're like, "Sorry, you have to pay between $200 and $1,600 for forensic people to rescue all that footage." So I don't have any more footage. So I don't I don't have any more collabs, but I'm probably going to be going on some rides with some folks soon. The guys at Top 5 E-Bikes again. I'll probably be going on a ride again with Shaver again, Shaver Films, do some collabs. My buddy T Rowan, Tyler Rowan, probably do a ride with him. I had one scheduled, but I had to cancel. So I'll try to get more, I promise. I was born at Harbor, UCLA, and In-N-Out Burger right next to the 110 freeway. Been a long time since I went back west. Yep, In-N-Out, good stuff. What was the range that you got on your Eagle? Okay, two things. When my Eagle had 150 amps of power coming out of the controller, the BAC 4000, I'm guessing I probably got about 75 miles. And that's riding, not overly aggressively, but aggressively enough. The other day, I went on my, so they changed the amps output on my Eagle to 175 now. So I have more torque, but that means I'm taxing the battery more, right? More power coming through. I rode slowly for 17 miles the other day, with going about 15, 20 miles an hour max. And I came back and I still had 85 miles, 85% battery. So doing some fuzzy math, it seems like I could easily get 60 miles on my, but I have a 72 volt battery, 40 amp hour. It's pretty big. So, what's up, Mark Nicastro? What's up, Derm Hoss? I'm not calling everybody out. DR, real estate student, Wolf Kool-Aid, Too Smart, Prince O'Jeds. I appreciate you all joining. If I missed you, I apologize. Anybody else? Anybody else? This is just a quick impromptu. I've never done this before. And part of the reason why I'm doing this and testing out these live streams is because I don't have a lot of my footage. It's gone. For those that just joined, my hard drive just died. I have no idea. So I have a new hard drive, but I lost some footage from. I had a really good. I rode with Top 5 E-Bikes. They have a channel, and they let me test out their Aventon Adventure, and it was freaking awesome. And I freaking lost the footage, and then I have a video with me and Shreddy McSkate and Chris Shaver Films, and I lost that footage. And I recently got 2 recons. Wow, one from Cad Motorworks and the other one used on eBay. You ever come this way? I'm in San Diego. Yeah, DR, hit me up because I do go to San Diego quite a bit now. I'm actually going down Tuesday because my mom's had some medical issues and I have to go down there. So hit me up on anybody who wants to hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram. It's the underscore frickin' underscore shredder, and DM me or something. That'd be cool. Yeah, DR, I'd love to hook up. Hello from Canada. We're international. Really? That's amazing. We're going internet. We're going global right now. So yeah, hello, Christopher Haynes. Wolf Kool-Aid, what is the most expensive bike you have? Right now I have 6, and it's the Cab Eagle. And I have a V-Volt. It's like this European mid-drive, belt drive, internal gear, and it's about 3,000. And then I have the Cab Eagle, which is 7,000. The Cab Eagle is the most expensive bike I've ever owned. Yeah. So yeah, DR, do hit me up. If anybody has any other questions ever, just hit me up on Instagram. I check that more often than I check, my YouTube comments, and it's just easier to get, easier to communicate that way. Man, got 5 thumbs up and 12 people on. That's something. This is just a quick little impromptu. Anybody else have any questions or anything you want me to talk about? How do you guys like those like e-bike fails videos I put out, of me over here, and then over here is like a TikTok and I react to it? What do you guys think of that? I'm thinking about doing more of those. I have like 20 videos that I found on TikTok of people falling off their Saron, and that'll be cool. Is riding with 13-year what's so funny about that? Those 13-year-olds is that I've got so much hate for not, pulling them over and saying, "Hey guys, a cool real estate student likes the failed videos," for not pulling those 13-year-olds over and saying, "Hey guys, ride better." But I don't know. They were crazy. They were like literally rounding corners when cars are coming and they're in the opposite lane getting ready to get hit. I didn't want to freaking deal with them. It's not my job. I'm not their babysitter. But did it discourage me from going on group rides? No, because I talked to Sawyer and so did a bunch of others, and he's not going to let them on the rides anymore. He's just going to tell them to go home, you know. But the funniest thing that happened, if you saw my video of the 13-year-olds on LA skate, and then when we went to that park, and I'm sitting there talking to them, and I look over and I'm talking to them, and I say to one of the guys, one of the 12-year-olds, I go, "Hey man, how'd you guys get here?" And he goes like this. He goes, "My mom took. I mean, my sister brought us." And then he goes like he looks back and forth like at his buddies. Like the story was, don't say anything about your mom. Let's just say that your sister brought us because that's cooler. But he, he screwed up the story and told me that his mom dropped him off. So that was funny. um, so real estate student likes the failed rides. Hey Mark, Mike Wolf Kool-Aid. My favorite videos are you talking to yourself on group rides. Yeah, I like those too. But I just need to be able to get back to those, family first. Got some issues with the family I'm dealing with, so I'm gonna try to get back to those. And there's a lot of people I want to ride with, but I just haven't been able to, So LA skate. I'm actually gonna try to join some LA PEV rides, and now that I hooked up with Chris Shaver Films, check him out. Um, and we had a really good time. We hung out for like 5 hours, and it was like hard for me to leave. We were having such a good time. I'm probably gonna start hooking up with him a little bit too. He's got a Super 73 S2. He's got the Super 73 Kickstarter version original, and he's got a Huck Stinger 3000. So if I use my Cab Eagle, he can use his Huck. If I use my Super 73, he can use his Super 73. We're probably gonna be doing some rides too. 1 second while I grab another drink. got a little fridge over there. It's the coolest thing in the world. Haven't been on group rides too. Been busy with some work. So do we know each other? Wolf Kool-Aid. You have a picture of a dog. I don't see your name. Nobody's ever identified themselves as Wolf Kool-Aid on a ride. Okay. So Derm Harse, considering a laser cut 2D CAD, some steel plate, use my cheap welder and weld up a frame of 11-inch motors for about 350 pair for 1400. I mean, oh hey Leo, um, God bless you on welding and all that. If you've really got that capability and to do some, whatever it is, 3D printing it looks like or 2D printing. I just personally, the way I ride off road and top speed, I just don't want to be on something that I don't 100% know is ready. Wait, what is Ned need? Jesus Christ, is capable of handling what I need it to handle. You know what I mean? I don't want it to fall, and I don't want anything to break when I fall, or I just don't want anything to come loose. So I'm always leery of like DIYs myself. I rode one T Rowan, Tyler Rowan. He had a DIY little Chinese bike. He put a front motor on it, and it was just shit. He knows it's shit, but it was just, man, that thing was so rickety. Um, I'm the first guy you met in LA Skate. I ride a board. So Mike, is that your name? Um, you had the small board, right? Um, you have dark hair. You have the small board. You had the small board, and you got a better one. I think I know exactly who you are. Uh, tell me your first name. But yeah, I'm almost positive I know exactly who you are. Yep, that's you. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. And I think I forgot your name again. You've told me probably 100 times. It's Stuart. I can't remember. Forgive me. There's so many people I meet. I apologize. I know exactly who you are, and hello to you. So, Too Smart, how do you feel about Super 73 dissing Onyx, pretending to be a motorcycle, and the Super 73 bypassing 72? Okay. So, I was talking to Shreddy McSkate. I'm assuming you guys know who he is. Mike is right. Okay, I was right. Oh my God. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Um, so, and you're the guy that wasn't on the EUC. You're the guy that was on the skateboard, right? Okay. So, Super 73 coming out with a motorcycle. So in addition to owning all these e-bikes and riding all these e-bikes, I've owned 12 motorcycles from a 50cc all the way to a 750cc, from dirt to street, you name it. And I would never get on a motorcycle if it wasn't made by somebody in Japan. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Um, it's Chinese bikes are just crap, you know? And that's why I'm always leery of Alibaba. And I know some people get some good parts, and God bless you. And I know a lot of the parts for these e-bikes come from China, but it seems like I've had Chinese motorcycles and they're crap. I literally had to fix the spring that made the foot lever for switching gears come up. I had to fix it with a paper clip. That's how crappy it was. And I fell on one of my other bikes, and the whole exhaust pipe bent because it was made out of tin. So it really makes me leery when Super 73, they get all their parts from China. Are they really making a motorcycle that can go 75 miles an hour? Are they making it with crap parts? I'd rather buy an e-bike from a Japanese motorcycle manufacturer. Like, I'd rather buy an e-bike from Honda than a motorcycle from an e-bike manufacturer. You know what I mean? It's like there's a big difference in an e-bike and a motorcycle in terms of quality and all that. Anyone on a Bandit Mike's bikes, very poorly workers. Leo, please confirm what you mean. I'm a little confused. Um, what's my favorite wheel size to ride? I'll tell you. The um, uh, the Himaway Cruiser, the Rad Rover, they have 26 by 4-inch tires. They're massive. Bam! And like this wide. I love those. But I also rode, for those that have been watching my channel for a while, I rode the Trek Rail 9, which is a really high quality um, downhill mountain bike. And it had 29-inch tires. It just felt like I was just riding on this massive thing, and there's the rolling. It just keeps going. You know what I mean? The speed without even pedaling is just insane. So 26 by 4 or 29 if it's a mountain bike. Anyone want a bandit? Okay. EUC with Lucifer. Hey, yeah, for sure. I'm an EUC guy, obviously, but I dig your vids. You almost tempted me to buy an e-bike, but I'll save that till my knees give out and I can ride EUCs anymore. Cool. I appreciate it. Um, so for all those that are subscribers, I'm assuming you all are, or you wouldn't have even known about this. I'm just grateful to you all for supporting my channel. I have 2,994. I'm hoping by tonight to be at 3,000, and it's just going to be jubilation. Okay. Durham Hearst. I used to have a Tao Tao 150cc motorcycle moped, and only adjusted the valves and changed the oil. Put over. Chinese stepped up the game over the years. Yeah, have they though? I don't know. Some of the bikes I've seen from China, like the crap Chinese bikes, I've still seen crap Chinese motorcycles. I don't trust them. Any thoughts on the Coast Cycles Buzzraw X? So hopefully you guys saw my video. Um, the Urban Grizzly. He has a channel. Check him out. He rode. He has a ZX, Super 73 ZX, and he put a mid drive on it. The thing hauls ass. And the reason he did that is because he tried to get the Buzzraw X and he just couldn't. They're never available. So I don't know. It's basically the exact same bike as the Luna Banana, but it's got suspension and Luna's doesn't, which is kind of dumb. Um, okay, what do you think of Zeros or Livewire? Shreddy McSkate, if he had $10,000, he would buy a Zero, which tells me something. But I've never ridden a Zero, so I really don't know. Or Livewire. Love the boys' school and everything, but the workers, they don't get back to you or anything. I'm having problems in the love the boys' school and everything, but the workers, they don't get back to you or anything. I'm having problems and they just don't want to get back. Who? Boys' school? Am I missing something? I'm sorry, but I'm just confused with what you're asking me. EUC scare me. I've had a CRX, a GS XR 600. Yeah, those are badass. EUCs scare me too, people. I don't know if you know this, but I'm 49 and my knees are crap. And anytime I do anything athletic, even going for a long walk, I have to wear knee braces. So for me, they're out. God bless you if you want to try one. Um, chains or belts. So if you haven't seen my video of the V Volt Sirius, it's like 6 or 7 videos back. Check it out. It's a mid drive with a chain belt or chain drive mid drive, and excuse me, belt drive mid drive with internal geared hub. And I just love the belt drive. I love that it's just smooth, it's quiet, it doesn't have any oil. It just seems to stay tighter. It doesn't have sag. I think it's way better. Um, Quality belts don't vibrate or stretch. They can cost. Yeah, exactly. I've had to change belt. I've had to change chains on a lot of bikes. So we're gummed up from the. Yeah, exactly. They don't have oil and they don't have. You don't have to like lubricate them. They're just amazing. Belt drives are amazing. I love them. Leo, I really want to answer your question, but I don't know who the boys' school are. Yeah, sorry. Anybody else? Any other questions? So I'm assuming, can I get just a thumbs up from y'all that you like these and I should continue to do these? So if I get a few thumbs up, I'd be grateful. And that'll just tell me that I can keep doing these and should keep doing these. Um, and for those that are hopefully going to give me a thumbs up, do you want me to give you a heads up on these or just impromptu? You know, um, suspension EUCs are easier on the knees. I'm sure they are. Um, but eventually my old man knees will give up. Yeah. I mean, God bless you. Okay, thanks, Two Wolf Kid, Wolf Kool-Aid. Uh, show us a pic of Saronstra's face. That's so funny. I bet I've had 5 videos from those LAE skate rides where I had to blur out his face, um, including the one where he's just doing a bunch of wheelies, and then I did a video of him with the 13-year-old kids, and I was talking to him, and I had to blur out his face. So I don't know. I think he just assumes I'm going to do it. He told me originally, please make sure you blur out my face, and he reminded me a few times, but He comes up to me and other people all the time with his helmet off, and I've got footage going, and I've got tons of footage of him. But anyway. Oh, just kidding. Okay. Prince Ojeds, Wolf Kool-Aid, I appreciate it. You like podcasts? I used to have a podcast channel. I don't know. I just between that and um, I got to be headed out. It's almost 5 p.m. to collect the money for my lawn services. Good for you. Thanks for joining. A couple of Dylan's old videos show a flash of Saron's face. Yeah, I don't quite know why he's so worried about it. Um, I heard a couple theories. One was from a friend of mine that knows him really well, and he said that he just doesn't want because he breaks the law all the time, doing all these, um, crazy wheelies in the middle of the street and stuff. He doesn't want the cops to know who he is. But I don't know. I'm just so aggravated with the bandit bike. The workers won't get back to you. Really? Huh. I think the best thing to do, because the way I communicate with him, Leo, is on Instagram. Um, follow them on Instagram, and they'll get back to you. The main guy, his name is Matt, and he runs the company and the channel. And yeah, Spark Cycle Works. So reach out to Matt. So just join or just follow their Instagram, Spark Cycle Works. Right, that's who makes the Bandit. Is belt drive easier to mix out with hub motors? Unfortunately, I don't know. He's on the run from the law. Okay. EC. He says it's because he wants the focus to be on the bikes, not him. But the cop thing seems more credible. If you know the guy, and I know his real name too. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. I won't say it. But if you know Saron, he doesn't. He seems like a really nice guy. He always comes up and shakes everybody's hands at the rides, and just really outgoing, always smiling. He doesn't seem like he's full of himself, so I can't imagine that's not true. He probably doesn't want the focus to be on him, you know. So could be, that he just doesn't want that. Um, Anybody else? Any other questions? So I'm really struggling to come up with footage because I lost my hard drive, and so I'm thinking of doing more of these. I'm thinking of obviously going for rides and doing videos, but it's just going to be a little bit, maybe a week or two before I get one of those out, and then maybe another video like the e-bike fails one, So hopefully you guys like that. I watch all Saron's footage. He's amazing. Yeah, he's pretty crazy. What's crazy is, dare I say, those 13-year-olds on that LA skate ride that I did were just as good, or 12-year-olds, and they're in 8th grade, and they were just as good. So I don't know. There's just something about the Saronster that he gets all his freaking followers just so quick. I don't know. Like you wake up and he's got 4,000 more the next day. It's unbelievable. He said it on the channel. Nice guy though. Other supportive of everybody in the e-community, regardless of what they're at. Yeah. What do you think is a matter of time before the blurry loophole of e-bikes closes, or is the genie out of the bottle? The when you talk about e-bikes and laws and all that, it depends on the city, not even the state. Did you guys see that on my Instagram? I showed a picture, and I think I showed it on my YouTube community tab, where I got pulled over with some other guys. On one of the guys was LAE Skate. His name's Mark Durfee. He has a goatee, looks like a ZZ Top guy. He and I and a few other guys were riding in Newbury Park near Thousand Oaks, and these cops pulled us over on a trail. So that's in Thousand Oaks. But you could ride in other places and have no issue. I ride in LA all the time, and cops don't care. So I don't know. I think it's a matter of time, like just like with regulations on online betting or regulations on the internet. I think it's a matter of time before the government cracks down. But you know what I heard, which I loved? I thought it was brilliant. Brilliant is somebody said, instead of like limiting trails and all that to the certain class of e-bike, why not just put a speed limit sign? Then you can have a Cab Eagle that goes 50 miles an hour, but just say the speed limit's 12 miles an hour. Okay, doesn't matter what you're riding then, right? So that just makes so much more sense to me. Um, what e-bike am I looking forward to riding to next? The Juiced Rip Racer. For those that weren't on it earlier, I bought it. It's a BMX bike, looking bike. It's got 52-volt battery, 750-watt motor, and I got the blue. So check out Juiced Bikes Rip Racer. I paid for it, and that's what I'm really looking forward to riding next. Um, those 360 cam views are nice. They show the whole bike of people riding like these. So yeah, that if you've seen Dylan Thompson's videos in the last 6 months, he got one of those Insta 360s. I was actually on a ride with him a couple weeks ago, and I pull up next to him. I'm actually in his video, and he's got this long boom and one of those on it, and I'm like, "Are you in the video right now?" Because the boom was like all the way to the side. He goes, "Yeah, and you are too." I'm like, "Really?" And then I see the video, and it's got panoramic. It's crazy. So I'm considering getting an Insta 360. I don't know. I mean, there's so many things I could buy. I could buy a better webcam. I could buy that. I could buy another bike. I don't know. So thank you. Will do. Okay, yeah, do that, Leo. They have to accept e-bike and e-scooters and such. Here in the UK, GB sucks banning them. Yeah, and I hate that they're 250-watt in Europe, you know? The woman next door to me is from Germany, and she was considering buying that V-Volt Sirius that I have. It's the 250-watt mid-drive, and I said, "Yeah, you could take it back to Germany," which she's planning on going back to, and you could use it because they limited bikes. I think in the 21 EU countries and the UK, they limit it to uh, 250 watts. My dog's trying to come in. No, Josie. No, honey. Um, so yeah, I think there are a lot of people follow my channel from other countries, and they're always annoyed at the power that we can have here. They get a 250-watt motor, and I have a 7,000-watt motor with a 10,000 peak. It's not fair. Oh, 500 watts in Canada? Really? I didn't know that. Really? It's definitely better than 250, but damn, that's just not enough power. I mean, my event in Cinch had 250 and it was awesome, or 500 watt, and it's awesome, but it's just not enough. You know, you're riding a 750-watt Cinch Super Monkey. Interesting. Very interesting. So, hey, PP Hawks. Thanks for joining. Chris B. 1,000-watt, 28 miles per hour in Virginia. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much that way everywhere in the US, but are they going to catch you on a trail? Probably not. Yeah, cheers to you too, man. Um, they're not going to catch you, right? So when I'm riding on trails, I feel like I can do anything I want, unless I was on that trail in Newbury Park where those freaking cops were. It was unbelievable. But I think that's only because somebody called them on us. We were riding by people riding on mountain bikes and walking, and they probably called and said these guys are riding like crazy. So that's why we got in trouble. You need a license and insurance to go more power in Canada. Interesting. Yeah. Um, also, what's interesting, I don't know if you guys saw my video of the Spark CycleWorks Bandit. And yeah, only if they catch you, exactly. And they did not pay me. They just sent me the bike and said, "Hey, you want to just check it out?" They sent it to a bunch of YouTubers around here, and I just got to check it out. So I gave an honest review, and I said that it's not that good looking, and you know, it had a few issues, and I wasn't psyched on it. But anyway, the e-bike has so this Spark CycleWorks Bandit. All their bikes have a panel that you can take off, and it's got an actual VIN number in there, so you can get them all registered. It's really hard to get e-bikes registered. Some people have tried to figure it out, somehow, but yeah, it's interesting that some e-bikes have VIN numbers, and you can get those registered. Because if you have a moped or a scooter, meaning like a sit down scooter, you have to have like, I don't know, 50 cc's or 100 cc's and up. And then you have to, in that between 50 and 100 cc's, you get a moped license and you have to get one. And above that, you have to get a motorcycle license. But e-bikes are tough because they don't know how to freaking regulate those. So I don't know. Wow, I got 15 thumbs up. You guys are liking this. That's crazy. Christopher Haynes, hey man, it's 500 watts in Canada, but I don't listen. I just purchased a Rise Blade 2 dual battery. Yeah, those look cool. 1,000 watts in the cops haven't said anything yet. The law in Canada is not that strict. Yeah, it's kind of here too, right? And but maybe it's the same out there by province. Out here, it's by state and sometimes by city. You know, there are a lot of places in California where you get screwed, and there are a lot of places in California where they just don't care. You know, but I will say that Los Angeles is the Wild West. You can do anything you want in Los Angeles. It's crazy. Wow, I just can't believe everybody keeps joining. This is crazy. And I just said a minute ago 15 likes, now I'm at 18. Really? That's nuts. So, um, what do I think of the Saron compared to other bikes in its class? Very interesting question, and I was going to do a video on this soon. So I've ridden 5 Sarons, ones with different controllers, BAC 4000s, ones that are stock, one with a BAC 8000 that goes 80 miles an hour. I've ridden ones with the 60-volt battery that it comes with, ones that have 72-volt extended battery, etc. I've ridden the Segway X160. I've ridden the Segway X260. um, the Saron has way more torque than the Segway X160 and X260. But what's interesting about all of those bikes, everybody that gets a Saron upgrades the brakes, and they get Magura brakes. My Cab Eagle has Magura brakes. They get D&M shocks. My Cab Eagle has D&M shocks. They get a BAC 4000 controller. My Cab Eagle has a BAC 4000 controller. And so they're taking a $3,500, $4,000 e-bike. I think the Saron now is like 4,100. Let's call it 4. And they're adding 3 to 4,000. And they're adding a 72-volt battery. Mine has a 72-volt battery. So they're taking a 3,500, 4,000 watt or $4,000 e-bike, and they're adding 3 to 4,000 to it. Buy the Cab Motorworks Eagle. It's faster. It's got more torque. It's more comfortable. It's better quality, and it's badass. So I would just go with the Cab Eagle. So to me, Sarons are awesome. They're the most popular bike, but like, why not just buy a Cab Eagle? So Shreddy McSkate, I'm not gonna put words in his mouth. He rode. His favorite e-bike is his Saron, and he rides it a lot. You see his videos. He just rode my Cab Eagle the other day, and he was blown away. He was just like, "Oh my god!" And same thing with Chris Schauber, Schauber Films. He was blown away, and he has a Huck Cycles. The Cab Motorworks bikes are just another level. They're basically electric motorcycles with pedals, but you can get away with a lot because they have pedals. So if I was looking at only a Saron and a Segway X260, I would definitely get the Saron, more torque. But if you're looking for something that's off-road capable and has a lot of power, get the Cab Motorworks. And they don't pay me either, by the way. I'm just a huge fan of the bike. So wow, 20 likes now. Really? You just saw a 72-volt 5,000 watt on Amazon for 1,000. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I mean, you can get you know like Enduro E-Bikes. You can get like a 10,000 watt for like 3,500 bucks. Maybe not bad, but I can tell you it's just not as dialed in as the Cab Motorworks. Or one of my biggest issues is with stealth. Their bikes don't seem to have the power that mine does, and they're $10,000. Like, really? So I don't know if it's just the brand or what, but there's a lot going on with these high-end bikes. A lot of people are into them. A lot of people are spending money foolishly on bikes they shouldn't, and a lot of people are putting a lot of money into like Alibaba and making their own. And I've seen a lot on LAE Skate. There's some guys that are really happy with them. God bless you. It's questionable whether it lasts long term. I don't know. They might be onto something. Maybe the DIY on Alibaba is the best way to go. I don't know. All I can tell you is the experience I've had, and how happy I am with my bike. So Enduro, what? Sorry. Okay, here's what's interesting. Enduro e-bikes, actually, Cab Motorworks gets the frame from them. And they have similar motor and all that. So it's pretty similar. So I won't really diss Enduro e-bikes. I've never ridden one, but I just know that they're cheaper. And who knows? That 72-volt 5,000 on Amazon is the same motor as the Onyx. They're pretty stout, 15,000 capable. I'm not a huge fan of Onyx. Maybe it's just the version that I had, but I rode. They let me borrow one for 4 days, and Granted, it was a test bike and it's probably been through the ringer, but the top speed wasn't there, the torque wasn't there, like it had degraded already. The battery wasn't there, it degraded. The battery went, degraded really quickly. So I don't know. They're not comfortable. They're kind of small. You're leaning forward. I got the dirt kit and it just didn't really serve me well. It doesn't have the right suspension. So I'm just not a huge fan of Onyx anyway. So, wow, 21 likes. Really? You guys are unbelievable. Here's something that um, my wife and my son and one of my friends asked. Do I have to cuss so much? Does it bother you guys that I cuss on my videos? Like I try not to, hence the word frickin'. But yeah, too urbany, I totally agree. Um, does it bother you that I cuss? I mean, sometimes you just have to. You know what I mean? Like, holy crap, stuff that's happening. Swear on, brother. I love it. Thanks, Chris. What's the worst bike you've ridden? Um, the DIY, the Chinese DIY by T. Rowan. Um, but so I've ridden 59, and I will tell you the cheapest quality, but it's also the most inexpensive. So that's hard to say. Um, PP Hawks, you don't care that I do appreciate it. So it'd have to be the Jetson Bolt, but it's only $350. What do you expect? But it just wasn't very good quality. But then I got the Jetson Bolt Pro, and it's really good quality for the same price. So I don't know. Um, Let me look. I got a list of all the bikes I've ridden right here. Let me see. I will look and tell you. See, I keep a list of all the e-bikes I've ridden, people. um, I tell you right now, I didn't like the Onyx. Um, the Rad Wagon, the brake cable came loose. The Himaway Cruiser, the tail light fell off. Um, you fall on a Super 73 one way or the other, and the pedal arms bend in. So a lot of these bikes are crap, to be honest with you. So, um, yeah, I will say also, and I can't really disparage it too much, but I did ride the Kaysen bikes, the Kaysen Cabot, the Kaysen K6, the Kaysen Electric Trike. Not the greatest. Just they don't seem like they're that great of quality. Seem kind of cheap to me. Uh, yeah, you were gonna get the RX, but then you decided to get the Cinch. Yeah, the Aventon Cinch is one of my top 3 favorite bikes of all time. Can you post that list with a thumbs up or thumbs down next to each bike? Would you guys want me to do that? Um, I could do that. Post all 59 bikes I've ridden and give you a thumbs up or thumb down. Or better yet, how about I rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? What? What? Did he really just say that? Yeah, I could do that. Um, Thoughts on that? Thumbs up? Anyone? Anyone? What do you guys think of that? But I tell you, I will get hate. I always get hate. You know, so many people that love their bikes, and then I say something negative, and they're like, "What the f? What?" So yeah, 1 to 10. So I'll put it on my community tab. That way, people won't see it that aren't supporters. How's that? Gently moving. Hey, how are you? Um, any other questions? We're almost at an hour. I can't believe it. EB Rider. Hey, man. You know what's cool is I can see how many people of different age groups and all that come to my channel, etc. And then women versus men. And up until recently, and all my friends by the way that have YouTube channels, they don't have more than like 2% women. I'm at 4. Really? That's unbelievable. I just can't believe it. The amount of women I got. Really? Is it my softer side? Let's see, audience. Female. Look at that. 4.7% of my audience is female. That crazy. I know it's backwards, but right there. 4.7%. Anyway, so yeah, I got women. Isn't that something? So yeah, it's the dome. Oh, you like my hair? Is that right? Steve Harvey, is that what's going on? Uh, Uno the Cake Guy, love the channel. Yeah, Crash Knievel, I appreciate the support, man. I've seen you a lot, and I really appreciate it. And I've seen some of your stuff too, man. Good stuff. It's amazing seeing girls on bikes now. Yeah. Every time I see a girl on an LA skate ride, I'm like, what? And I like double take. Um, your chick magnet in the e-bike world. Yeah, my wife would love to hear that. It's the sexy chrome, dude. Thanks. Um, I have a 72 watt, 7,000 volt 72 volt, 7,000 watts, 72-volt mini moto, just like Saron. That's honestly my favorite e-bike on the three. The Facebook group is awesome. Also, yeah, those are cool. Those little mini bikes, but you know what I don't like about them? Um, I don't like. Thanks, sexy voice. Hello, moto. It's I don't like those mini motos because they're too small. They're too short. You know what I mean? Um, it doesn't. Oh, you're doing the same thing. Cool. Because you know what I'm really interested in? Go check out Utah Trikes. I think it's utahtrikes.com. And they have like all these different three-wheel electric bikes that have one wheel in the front and two in the back, and they've got mid drives and all this shit. Amazing bikes. And even quads. And you're too low though. Yeah, you've got a big old pole in the back with this yellow flag or orange flag on it, but you're too low. Nobody can see you. I think the same thing with those little bikes. Saronster and my buddy James, Jim Curry, he has one. They're just too freaking small. You're so low. You know what I mean? So there's a video I did in the thumbnail. Um, Bro Bro, Bro Bro Sport. He has one of those, and I'm like looking down on him in the video. Like the video is like me looking down because I'm on my Cab Ego and he's on his little bike. They're just too small. So yeah, I'm something with the ladies, people on on YouTube. 4%. That's unbelievable. uh, guys, because I'm like 42 of it. Not to be nosy, but how old are all the guys on LA Eastgate? You mean? How old are the guys, or who? Who are you asking about? The E-Quad is coming along, buddy. Can't wait to show. Yeah, Dean, you've been keeping me up to date. I appreciate it. I'd love to see some videos. Um, Stark Varg. Let me check it out. I don't know what that is. The hell's a Stark Varg? Oh, you know what? So Knievel. That's I mean it's badass, but it's a motorcycle, you know? I mean, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of motorcycles anymore. I actually sold my motorcycles to get e-bikes. And yes, I know I'm kind of blurring the lines with like my Cab Eagle and whatnot, but I just think it's a little too motorcycle-y. You take that off road and have a badass time, but you got to drive it somewhere. You can't ride it somewhere. I feel small bikes are too dangerous. Um, I took the Swagtron EB7 Plus. It's a little like 30-pound orange little bike. Actually had little suspension in the back. I took that off road and I was fine. And the bike handled well. And I would have kept it if my wife didn't make me return it. But I would have kept that forever. So I think, and the what is it called? The Jetson Bolt Pro, pretty decent quality for that price. So I don't think small e-bikes are that big of a deal. I think you just want to make sure they're comfortable. But again, you're low. I'm not a huge fan of being low. Um, yeah, like Delegal yourself and Saron. Um, I'm not gonna like out people, but I can tell you that Dylan is probably he's under 30. He's probably 25. I'm just guessing. I can't imagine he'd get upset for me saying that. He's a young guy. Saronster, same thing. I'd be shocked if he's 25. He's young. Um, Shreddy McSkate, can't imagine he cares, but let's just say he's a little over 40. Shaver Films, Chris Shaver, he's a little under 40. I'm 49. Uh, oh God, I laugh a lot. I'm old too. Okay, how old are you, PP? Um, Okay, so between 30 and 40 mostly, but they can be between 20 and 65. Yeah, like I have 68% of my viewers are over 65, and like 6 or 7% of them are under 18. So yeah, big range. Anyway, those little Fido. So I rode a Fido, and man, just oof. I rode that Fido from a guy named Edwin, and he told me it had a stock motor. And then his buddy Vinny Vici told me that it had, or he told me, okay, Edwin told me that his Fido had, he didn't know what it had. And then I asked his buddy Vinny Vici, who's like a tech guy, and he said it has a stock motor. And so I put the video out saying it's got a stock motor. I did that video, and it turns out it has like a 3,000 watt. I don't know, but anyway, the fact is, it's a very powerful Fido that I rode. You'll see my video, and thing is just wobbly as all get out. Like Jesus, like it's top heavy. It's really like squirrely, and then when you give it some throttle, you almost fall off. So the Fido to me is just dangerous. Um, you're 57, cool man, cool. Is that Luna folding bike the best small bike you've ridden? Yeah, it is, but I'm actually trying to sell it because I just have too many bikes, and I have another bike coming, and it's just I'm trying to sell 5 e-bikes right now, and the Luna folding bike's one of them. Yeah, it's the best e-bike by far, no question. It has 52-volt battery. It's got a 750-watt mid drive that has insane torque. It's got high-end components. Just like when you click into gear, it just like it doesn't grind. You know what I mean? Everything is just so smooth and so dialed in. Um, Kind of feels like a mid-age crisis. You mean all of us doing these channels? You mean? Uh, Maybe. I'm not really. No crisis here, man. I'm all good. So I don't know. Do you guys realize? Let's look in real time. Like I don't think you guys realize the magnitude of where I'm at. I am at 2,994 subscribers. I am almost there, people. Really? 6. Do you guys know 6 people that can subscribe? I just need to get to 3,000, and I'm going to be like elated. I will be jubilant. I will jump up and down. Uh, Got too old for sport bikes. Yeah, I hear you, man. Uh, I had what do you call it, a Yamaha TW200, big fat tire motorcycle, and I was riding in the desert and stuff, and I was like, what am I doing? Um, I just got to 100 subs. Cool, man. I got to check you out. Let me make note. Congrats. It's exciting, isn't it? We're talking about PP Hawk. PP Hawk. So I got to put you in my thing. Your PP Hawk. So what's your YouTube channel? PP Hawks? Is that your YouTube channel? I'll check you out. But congrats. Do you think you might have the Guinness World Record for riding the most e-bikes? You've got 11. Wow, man. You own 11? That's crazy. Or you've ridden 11. But yeah, PP Hawks. I'll check you out, man. Appreciate it. I don't know. I mean, for riding the most e-bikes, I mean, how many people have ridden almost 60 electric bikes? I don't know. And any other YouTuber I speak to has only ridden a handful. Um, Shredding McSkate seems to be like the closest. Oh, Wolf, cool. You'll get there, man. Um, you're an EV rider. Good for you. Um, Anybody know 8 people out loud? Yeah, Inja has a bunch. I noticed that. He's got a lot. Um, uh, Yeah, so Shreddy McSkate, he's got like 11 bikes in his garage right now. So he might be somebody who's close. I don't think, when I said I had ridden 59, he was blown away. So I don't think he's anywhere near that, but he's still got a lot. When do you start getting paid? Laugh out loud. 1,000 plus. You know what? When you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, right? Um, you can be monetized. And then you start making money when everybody watches an advertisement. But that's not really where you make your money. You make your money. I'll tell you how you make your money. When people start contacting you and saying, "Hey, I'll give you a free e-bike if you review it," and you sell the e-bike. Like right now, in the last month, I've gotten 4 e-bikes totaling $12,000, and I've already sold 2 of them and made 3,000. So And then, I get people all the time saying, "Hey, you want to review these glasses and we'll send them to you." And I'm like, "Nah, it's just, I'm not going to it's not going to necessarily be positive, but if I get a $2,000 e-bike and then I do a video on it, I'm not going to do a video on a freaking pair of glasses." So, but that kind of stuff all the time. I just got somebody yesterday offer me a bunch of bicycle, what do you call it, the phone mounts for your bicycle. So that's how you can make money, is like people giving you stuff and then selling it. Um, exactly. I want that. Yeah, exactly. So I will say that it starts to happen around 28, 2,900 subscribers is when it seems to start to happen. So you got a little bit of time, but you'll get there. Um, oh, you just subbed. I need 7 now. Why is it? I only need. It was at 29.94. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Oh, EB Rider subscribe. Yeah, I will definitely subscribe to EB Rider. Let me see if I can find you. First, PP Hawks, is that what it is? HAWX. 101 subscribers. Now you have 102 subscribers, PP Hawks. EB Rider. Is that EB Rider? How are you doing that? DER. EB Rider. I don't know what the hell that was. You now have at 94 EB Rider. Hit that like button. Yeah. So, um, wow, 27 or 17 of you are on 23 likes. So I guess this is good. Um, a few of you, at least 5. Give me a heads up. Should I do these impromptu like this, or should I schedule them? I really need to know that. Okay. Impromptu, or should I schedule these? And is the audio and video good enough? Other than Wolf Kool-Aid, I really haven't heard from too many people. Is the audio and video good enough to do these things, or do I really need to get like a nice webcam that has better audio and video? This is cool. And then impromptu. All right. All right. Schedule. Okay. Sounds good to me. Spy Ninja. Hell yeah, perfect. All right. So I don't know. Maybe I won't get one. I was thinking of either getting an Insta 360 so I can get like panoramic views of my riding, or a webcam. Looking to sound fine. So you think I should get an Insta 360 or a webcam? That's the next question. Thoughts? The audio has gotten better. That's interesting. Yeah, you've been on the whole time, Wolf. I don't know what happened. Maybe the boom. I think the boom, it matters where you put the boom. And so if it's up here, you can't hear, and it's right here, you hear it perfectly. So I think it's the boom. CB Ryder says I should get the Insta. Anybody else? Schedule after working hours. Grown folks here. Audio and video are okay. +1 for 360. Okay. So you have the Insta 360, and the Hero 10. I have the Hero 9, and do you like the do you use them together? PP Hawks, do you use them together, or do you use them one at a time? Thanks, Insta. I mean, thanks, Wolf. Yeah, Insta. So maybe I'll get the Insta. Maybe. Um, my biggest change was going from uh, the new one, the RS. Yeah, I'll check it out. Uh, Usually maybe one at a time. Okay. I was looking at the Insta G2, that little one, and you can put it on your hat. You can put it. They actually have like a mount, a magnetic pendant that you can put in your shirt and just mount it to your shirt. You can put it anywhere. So I'm thinking about getting that. Um, okay. Schedule. Yeah. So it's like half and half on schedule or impromptu. I'll probably schedule that way. You can make it if you can, and then I'll probably do both. Um, Audio video is good. All right. I'm not going to worry about the freaking webcam then. You guys just saved me like $150. Thanks. Hey, Dean. Uh, Okay, that's interesting. Um, so let's see. Am I still at 29.44? 29.94, people. I'm still there. Come on. I got to get to 3,000. This is just going to blow my mind. Like, that's call your mom worthy. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited about that. So, what do you guys like better? When I ride in a group, when I ride by myself, or when I review bikes and intro new bikes? Which is it? Because it seems like my LAE skate rides do better, you know? Christopher Haynes, thanks. The LAE skate meetups, you guys like that? Okay. Yeah. Just got to get there, you know what I mean? All the above, LAE skate meetups. I have Insta and Hero. Yeah, okay. So Dean, you like, and Dean, do you use them both at the same time or do you use them separately? I'm one of the best bike reviewers by far. Wow, that's really cool. I really appreciate that. Um, Group rides are always fun to watch. So just for fun, go to go on YouTube, everybody, and go to bicycle guider, like a bicycle guider, and you're going to see a bunch of videos that I've reviewed, but I review them for that YouTube channel. And that guy gets paid by the manufacturer, and my payment is he sends me the bike. So I've gotten 9 or 10 e-bikes from Bicycle Guider via way of the manufacturers, right? Um, be good to grip one to your bike and the other chest mounted. Interesting. Insta and GoPro footage cut between each other is nice. Gives more immersion. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So yeah, maybe I'll do both. I was also thinking how cool would it be to put the lanyard behind me and have the Insta going backwards so you could see behind me. Maybe that's stupid. I don't know. So basically, no, not Gilder, Guider, Guider. Um, anyway, that's where I get my bikes. And I actually just got, there's a company called Tommaso. They make road bikes, and I just got a road bike from them as well. And I just did a video for that. So it's just crazy. I think I've gotten 10 e-bikes now, 9 e-bikes and a road bike from Bicycle Guider. And then he has the manufacturer send it to me. So I get like Rad Power Bike saying, "Hey, what color Rad Rover 6 Plus do you want, and which size?" And it's just brilliant. LAE skates. How much have I invested into my e-bike? My Cab Eagle is stock, 100%, and 7,000. Same time. Okay, you do them same time. Okay, cool. LAE skate. See, LAE skate rides are fun because there's just so many characters. There's always something. It's either a bike I've ridden that for the first time, or something that happens, like Will taking a piss on the street, or coyotes, or whatever. There's always something going on. So, yeah, those rides are fun. Or 13-year-olds trying to get killed on the road. So I'm gonna keep doing those. Don't worry about that. I will continue. Multi-view like Rusty Roads. Is that the guy that has the little uh, that little mini razor that I had? That little razor Rambler or whatever the hell it's called. Is that Rusty Roads? Anyway, maybe not. But multi-view, yeah, I mean multi-view is cool. When you start making videos, people always want you to like up your game, and that's I guess kind of what I'm doing, already. But I guess I'll do it more. I just can't warrant spending 8,000 pounds on a bike. My current, yeah. I mean, God bless you. You know what I mean? I was dog rides with him. Cool. I'll check him out. Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting a bike for 2,300 and being happy with it. God bless you. Uh, what's that called? Rusty roads. Okay. His dog rides with him. Well, who's the one controlling the bike? Is it paws or is it a hand? So I can talk and show and ride at the same time. Yeah, I'm with you. Um, so I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Thing that buggers me is flats. Yeah, what you need to do is get slime and then double tire liners. Here's the inside of your tire, right? Most tire liners will cover like part of it. You want a tire liner to go here and a tire liner to go here, so it covers the entire thing. That way, no matter what, you're going to get coverage on your tires. Like anywhere it gets punctured, it's going to be good. So tire liners, double tire liners, and um, green slime. I seriously need to learn that stuff. Yeah, I've watched a lot of my instructional. Go to my YouTube channel, look at my playlist under instructional. I teach all kinds of stuff. All right. One or two more questions, then I got to run, as I'm sure you guys do too. You got to get into your weekend, get your jam on, you know? So, anybody else, any questions, any thoughts, anything? Any recommendations for new videos other than LA Skate? Uh, Let me know. Skate videos are really to see different bikes and mods. Your reviews I like coming from another grown man. I like the relatability as a 40-year-old. The guy rides with his dog. Yeah, you told me that. I got that. Um, Loads guys over here saying for years slime ain't worth it. Yeah, it is. Slime is definitely worth it. Trust me. And that's for small flats. And then for the big flats, it's the tire liners. I actually had, and people don't believe me, which is bullshit. Why would I lie? My Super 73, I had screen slime and tire liners, right? And I had one of those huge nails, big old nails, like big construction nails, go through it. It hit the tire liner, and then it went in at a 45-degree angle. And I kept riding, and all I heard was the clunking of the part sticking out. Didn't flatten my tire because the tire liners, people. Tire liners. Um, Keep up the great work. Love the channel. Go with the flow. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Crash. Appreciate your support. I appreciate everybody's support. Uh, just really, um, really appreciate it. And when I hit 3,000, I'm going to be jubilant. So, anyway, more to come. I'm going to stay on for 2 more minutes. If you have like a pressing question or anything, let me know. You can also come if you have any questions or anything you want to reach me. The_frickin_shredder, no apostrophe on Instagram, and you can DM me. Okay. Um, Appreciate it. Too smart. I'm thinking of sharts every time I think of your name, though. The Ghetto Zen Master. You're joining, but we're winding down. We've been on for an hour and 23 minutes. So anyway, um, I'm hoping I'm able to save this and then put it on my channel, and it's recorded. Is that right? I hope that's how that works. So, um, but anyway, is Tabby's liners the best? Yeah, I mean, whatever. They've got like, what do they call them? They got a bunch of different ones. They're all the same. Honestly, they're the same. Love the videos. They've helped me keep it up. Appreciate it. I guess Wolf Kool-Aid has to go take a dump. Um, Tannis. Yeah, there's a bunch of different kinds of tire liners. They're all the same. I've tried a bunch of different ones. They're all the same. They're probably from the same warehouse in Japan or China. You know what I mean? All right. My 1 minute clock is starting. I feel like I could stay on forever with you guys. And I'm assuming guys because I don't see any names that look like girls. And Wolf Kool-Aid, don't forget to wipe. Wet wipes help too. Keeps you clean. Cheers, Shredder. Yeah, you too, man. I appreciate everybody's support and for jumping on, and I'll have another one of these soon. Okay. I'm leaving unless you got something you really need. 20 seconds, I'm out. I haven't eaten lunch, and for me, it's 2:30. You know, I was just popping on just to see if this thing worked, and now, an hour and 25 minutes later, here we are. So I'm popping off, people. God bless. Peace out.